What is up, you guys? Today is April 2nd, which means that is my 2 year sobriety mark. It feels pretty fucking amazing, I'm not gonna lie. Um, this is the same bed that I woke up on 2 years ago and finally got the balls to admit that I was an alcoholic and I had to stop drinking. And from that day forward, I did, and my life just got progressively better and better and better. Um, as fate would have it, something happened a couple nights ago that I wanted to share with you guys. It was Saturday night. We have a 24-hour veterinary clinic around here, and that just so happens to be where I get my cat's food. And I got off work late, and I went over and I got the food, and so it's like, I think about midnight, and I'm driving home, and I drove by a cop in a parking lot with his lights off, and he pulled behind me, and he started driving and quickly sped up to me and turned his lights on. So I pulled over, and, in my head, I'm pretty sure I knew I had a busted taillight. So he comes over and he goes, "You know why I stopped you?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Hey, you got a taillight out." And he's like, "So that's why I stopped you. You have your license and registration, proof of insurance." And as I'm like fumbling to get all the stuff out of the glove box, because I realize I don't have it organized or anything. As I continued to get these things, I would just throw them in the glove box. And I was like, "I do have all these things." And he's like, "Nothing's gonna come back on your license." And I was like, I got 2 DUIs, but those are old. I don't drink anymore. And I gave him all the stuff, and he came back a couple minutes later, and he said, "All right, Kyle, get that taillight fixed. Be careful." And I was like, "Oh my god." It felt so incredible. And I know that's such a normal thing for so many people, but for me to be pulled over and not think, am I going to go to jail? Am I drunk? Is he going to know how much I've had to drink? I knew I was in the clear. I knew it in my bones, and it felt fucking amazing. So I just thought that was crazy that happened right before my 2 year mark. This is kind of nuts, you know what I mean? I would have never been, I don't think anyone ever thought I would have been here, including myself, I was so synonymous with beer and partying and debauchery and always pushing the envelope of weirdness, and it kind of gets molded into who you are, We're just young, and we party and we drink and we have fun, and the next thing you know, you're like, "Oh my god, I'm 25 and I don't know how to have fun without alcohol, and I just do this now." It's like the frog in the boiling water, man. You don't even feel it coming on. You just wake up one day and you're like, "I think I'm a fucking alcoholic." And you're like, "Yeah, you are, and it's totally fine, but you gotta stop drinking now." I went on an amazing hike yesterday with my beautiful girlfriend, and it was in Armstrong Woods. She's collecting tree samples for her botany class, or no, biology, one of them. And so I was helping her out there identify different species of trees, and we were collecting little samples, and we went down to this like babbling brook at one point, and I just kind of sat there and put my hands in the sand and felt like the cold water running over my hands, and I shut my eyes and I could hear the birds and the water running. I couldn't hear any people or cars, and it was just such an awesome experience to just, kind of just immerse yourself in the natural world for a second. And that to me is what gives me a lot of meaning and purpose, is trying to find moments like that, and I can always find them in nature. Because I'm really glad to be a part of this planet, I love it a lot. But yeah, it's such a trip, man. All I got planned for today, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna hit chest, we're gonna go out to dinner tonight, and I'm just gonna enjoy the people that I have in my life. And it's cool because they can have a couple drinks or whatever, it's not about me trying to live my life and hide or avoid alcohol at all costs. It's about how to learn to live through it, and live around it. Because it isn't going anywhere. It's all over the planet, Is you got to know that you can't do it anymore. But the amount of support that I've gotten from you guys and all of the comments and people reaching out to me, it's been unbelievable, and it's truly humbling. And you have to understand how weird it is for me, because I'm just a guy in my apartment, recording these things and putting them online in hopes that it's helping other people. And from what you guys tell me, it is helping people, and so I'll continue to do it. I definitely think I want to seek out a platform to do some kind of public speaking. Someone recently said that they feel like I would resonate really well with a younger crowd too. As long as I can just kind of get the message across that, like, sobriety doesn't have to suck. It's actually amazing, especially if you are someone that's like me, someone that is an alcoholic, and when they drink, all they can think of is drinking more, then sobriety is the key to the rest of your life. But I would love to find some way to kind of further my life in that direction. And life is pretty good about gravitating things towards you that you need or that you're searching for. So anyway, you guys, I just kind of wanted to say hi to you on my 2-year anniversary. I know I kind of look like I'm hungover, but I'm stone cold sober. I just woke up and thought of you guys and wanted to make this video, and maybe I should have waited a little bit later in the afternoon so I didn't look all scruffy and smush-faced. But anyway, you guys, I love hearing from you. I sincerely appreciate the comments, and I'm glad that something I'm doing is helping you guys, and I just want you all to know that if I can do this, you can absolutely do this. It's so obtainable. You don't think, I want to be sober for 5 years. You just think, I'm not going to drink today. I'm not going to drink today. I'm not going to drink today. Next thing you know, you've done that for a couple months, and months turn into years, and before you know it, you're just sober. Nothing is stopping you from living your life. All of those things that tell you can or can't do something, they all live in here. You do not need to listen to those voices telling you that you can't do something, because you can. Life is so short, and it's so fast, and it's so quick that you do yourself a massive disservice by drinking and pressing pause and just waiting to the end and being like, oh no, there's so many things I wanted to do, and I didn't get to do this, and I didn't get to do that, and I never stopped drinking. I never finally fucking kicked my ass into gear and stopped drinking. You can't do it, man. You owe it to yourself to stop drinking and live your life. It feels really good, and I'm really glad that I've had a group of people to share this with, and that I've been receptive to what I've been laying down, and a group of people that I'm helping. That is the most humbling thing that I've ever experienced in my life, is that something that I'm sharing with people is helping other people accomplish their goals. It feels great, and I implore you to try to live your life in a way that you always try to be the bigger person. You try to help people, and you try to lead by example. It's not always easy, but in the long run, it is the right decision, and it does ultimately feel better. Being petty and angry and revengeful and spiteful only feels good in the very short term when you have the filter of anger that is being applied. But if you are able to be the bigger person, a lot of times you gotta take a big breath, step out of the situation for a quick second, and just go, fuck it. Ultimately, how important is this that I'm getting mad over? Can I just be the bigger person? And I guarantee you can. And it becomes easier and easier as you do it more and more. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel, for being here with me. on my 2-year anniversary of sobriety. I fucking love you guys, and I hope that you all have an amazing day, and please feel free to always hit me up. Like, share, subscribe, tell people about my channel that you think might help them, and as always, stay sober.